I am Patrick Juback from Chino Hills, California. I am a trained and certified heavy equipment operating engineer, and I am looking for work. This is my video resume. It is in 4 parts: equipment specific skills, site skills, safety, and supervisory skills. For each piece of equipment that I've operated here, I did a complete walk-around inspection, control identification, the startup procedures, attachment control procedures, specific equipment tasks performed within the industry standards, and the shutdown procedures. I've been trained on 10 pieces of equipment here. The first piece of equipment I was trained on was the W20C case wheel loader. I've also been trained on 2 different skip loader graders. One was the CAT 414E, the other was the case 570 MTX. I've been trained on 2 different backhoes here. First one was the CAT 420E, and the second one was the John Deere 710D backhoes. I've been trained on an excavator. It was a CAT 415D excavator. I've also been trained on with the dump truck here, which was a GMC dump truck. I've also been trained on a track loader. It was a CAT 963 track loader. I've had training on the D5R dozer. I've also had training on a skid steer, which was a Mustang 2060. In addition to having this hands-on training, I've also had over 16 hours of simulated time on a CAT 140M road grader down at CAT in Riverside. You can view more of my skills operating these pieces of equipment at my YouTube website, which is patheo@youtube.com. Also here I've learned different site skills. One of the site skills that I have is grade checking. I know the grade checking procedures. I can set up a transit. I can determine the height of the instrument. I can shoot grade. I can verify my readings. I can calculate cut and fill for each point of interest, and report the information onto stakes or other means. I can also read an engineer's ruler. I know how to use a hand level, and I can train others in grade checking as well. Another site skill that I've obtained is dig alert. I know the dig alert procedures. I can delineate a work area. I can call it in with the proper information. I can verify facility activity. I can get the required information, and I can also identify facility markings. I also know how to pothole procedures also as well, dealing with dig alert. Another site skill that I've obtained is oxygen acetylene cutting. I know the procedures to set up the torch, tanks, and regulators. I know how to get a cutting flame. I know how to cut the steel, and I also know how to do it all safely. I also know air brakes. I know how to do a compressor test, a leak test, and a governor test. I know the proper operating range for the air brakes and the importance of draining the tanks after use. Another site skill I have is rigging. The law requires that on every job someone must be assigned the responsibilities for the rigging. I can determine if the rigging is in the proper working condition. I can determine if the rigging is adequate for the job. And I know the proper way to attach it to the load by using multiple legs and wraps with either a halter, basket, or choker hitch. And now a little bit about safety. I've been MSHA safety trained. MSHA is the only recognized national safety training program in the United States. There is no other. MSHA teaches us that as for safety goes, everyone is 7 years old. And as such, we all look after each other like a parent looks after a 7-year-old child. My MSHA safety training focused upon personal safety, equipment safety, and environmental safety. And then there are supervisory skills. As a supervisor here, I was responsible for knowing what needed to be done and knowing how to get it done. I was responsible for assigning work to others who were able to perform the work, and also for training those who were not able to, so that they would become able. I was also responsible for verifying that the work was done properly and done on time. You can see more of my skills again at my YouTube website, which is pat@youtube.com. If you'd like to try me out and see how I'd work out in your company, you can also contact me through my email at pjubak@gmail.com or my phone number, which is 909-851-5073. Thank you.